It's been a very, very exciting night here in Portland. As we say, a beautiful, beautiful night for soccer, and this crowd is just something you can't believe. Earlier in the day, they were telling me here in Portland that people started showing up early this morning to try to purchase tickets because the word around town was that 3,000 to 4,000 tickets, general admission tickets, would go on sale around 6 o'clock tonight. When we arrived in Portland before noon today and came by Multnomah Stadium, there were people in sleeping bags out in front of the stadium lining up to get in line to buy tickets, hopefully to see this game tonight. And the players on the sideline before the game were saying, we can't believe the crowd that we're seeing here. This is what soccer should be like in the United States, and there's no question about it that soccer is the big show in the Northwest whenever the Seattle Sounders and the Portland Timbers get together. And as you know, tonight is the night that you have to win to stay in the playoffs. Between Hank Leotard and Barry Powell, and Leotard does the smart thing and goes back to Barry Watling.
That's the matchup that really has paid off to Seattle. Mike England certainly is doing a superior job. We can't say enough about him, but Hank Leotard has held in there. His work rate has remained high. He certainly is psyched for the game, and he just has kind of neutralized Powell, which is, of course, what Seattle really wanted to do.
And we talked about that before the start of the game. If he could, then Seattle certainly would be in the game. Graham Brown, the big goalkeeper. Tommy Baldwin, veteran first division player. Here comes Paul Crosley. Crosley knocking the ball away, and a fine defensive play by Paul Crosley. Peter With. He's being marked by Mike England. Here comes Alan Stevens and Marthon Griffith. With still with the ball. Still with the ball. The shot in front of the goal. It's in.
Oh, it's unlucky. Unlucky. He actually made the save and then knocked it in with his own hand.
Here's the replay now in slow motion. Peter with the ball coming across.
You see, he made the save around off the player's head. He actually got a hand to make the save and then batted it in with his hand flying over top.
His right hand knocks the ball in. The score tied 1-1, 19 minutes and 9 seconds to go. To Peter Witt. And Mike England again getting the left foot on it. And Mike England playing with all the cool of the great veteran that he is.
Mike looks like he's walking out to get the mail. That's the thing that just sends you north.
A goal kick for the Portland Timbers. The crowd of 31,000 on their feet now. As Willie Anderson will kick it from this veneer corner. There's the shot. It's up in front. Jimmy Gabriel tries to get it out of there. He can't. Hank Leotard trying to get it out. Back to Jimmy Kelly. And Kelly controls for Portland. He goes to the corner to Anderson. Anderson has some space. Chips it across in front. There's the shot. Portland scores. Portland wins.
Absolute pandemonium. Somebody's going to get injured out there. That's going to be absolute pandemonium.
People all over the field as the Portland Timbers defeat the Seattle Sounders by a score of 2-1 with 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining in the first half of the sudden death.
They're going to have 4,000 people out there.
People running out of the stands, jumping up and down. You can see they're all over the field. What a finish for this game in Portland. There you see the stands. They're going wild. And we'll be back with a final wrap-up from Portland right after this commercial timeout. You're looking at the crowd at Multnomah Stadium in Portland. They are going absolutely wild here. It is something that I have never seen before. They're running all over the field. Here is the replay of the winning goal. Willie Anderson gets the assist. That's Anderson now going deep in the corner. Chips the ball back across. Tony Betts gets his head into it. High in the right corner at the far post, and he beats Barry Watling there, and the Portland Timbers move on into the semifinals of the North American Soccer League playoffs with an overtime 2-1 win over the Seattle Sounders. You can hear the noise behind me. 31,000 plus going absolutely wild here. They can hear this cheering, I'm sure, all over Portland right now, and there's no question about it which team won the game. The goal by Tony Betts coming at the 96th minute, 31 seconds of the game. A minute and about 20 seconds to go in the first half of the overtime. Firecrackers going off at the right end of the field. Kids running all over the field. People jumping up and down. I think all the players got into the dressing room. It looks like they did. It's begun to quiet down here just a little bit now, but I don't think anyone in Portland has seen anything like this ever. But the Portland Timbers defeat the Seattle Sounders by a score of 2-1. The Portland Timbers defeating the Seattle Sounders by a score of 2-1 in overtime here at Multnomah Stadium in Portland. And what a setting for a soccer game. What a beautiful, beautiful evening. Let's look at the replay one more time as you see the people out there. There is Willie Anderson, number 12. Anderson, the forward, chips the ball across to the midfielder, Tony Betts. Betts in perfect position, gets his head on the ball, and he drills it into the far side, near the far post, high in the corner, and no chance for Barry Watling to get the ball. And right then, winner take all. And the Portland Timbers defeat the Seattle Sounders in overtime by a score of 2-1.